It's time for Mavericks basketball. It's Dallas. It's the Los Angeles Clippers and Quentin Grimes with a front line of Klay Thompson, P.J. Washington Jr.
Driver's seat brought to you by your Chevy North Texas.
Zubats and Lively meet at center court for the decent high 29 against Golden State on Sunday, as we discussed in the open to tonight's telecast here on Mavs TV. Fantastic to have you tuned in, as Dallas will play two straight here against the Clippers, playing on Saturday night as well.
I think he's a Ty Lue kind of guy.
Certainly a defense-first player.
Yes, and fundamentally sound.
Sometimes it takes lottery picks a long time to figure out where they're going to be, you know? Everybody's different.
Punched out of bounds by Jones with only 2.6 to shoot. And it's through the defense, finding Washington, sidesteps at closeout and hits Bulls down low. Zubats averaging a double-double this year and got down deep inside to score with the left hand.
You said it, deep. You can't allow him that deep. He's really good with his back to the basket.
Such a strong base.
Yep.
Almost 15 points and just over 12 rebounds a game, fourth in the league in rebounding.
But he's consistently giving you that.
Here's a lob by Klay Thompson, and he's the one that can throw those lobs skyward to Derek Lively. Klay Thompson in on that action, and here's a beeline to the basket for James Harden, and Chris Dunn jumps into the passing lane on the inbounds pass after the made basket, and Harden is fouled on a three-pointer. Those are points you do not like to concede.
What do you give him, though? I give him a jump shot and not give it to him, but I bet he'll get 40 like he had the last game. Good free throw shooter.
Almost 89% this year, 86% for his career. Game shy of 1,100 games. Tonight, number 1099. Harden is fourth in the league in free throws attempted this year and just got 3. Here's a handoff to Grimes.
Well, he's averaged so many points over his career.
And here's a runner by Dinwiddie, and they are not going to get. Here's Dinwiddie finding Washington. Straightaway 3. All's well that ends well.
Love that, Hart. When he's dialed in early, that's a good.
2 early threes for P.J. Washington Jr. Zubats. And he gets down deep inside against Lively, but then lost his balance a little bit at the last second, so the shot was off target.
Pull the chair a little bit, just a tad, to throw Zubats off balance.
There's a deflection into the backcourt. Dinwiddie able to alertly tip it away from Harden. And he still has some time, but time of the essence right now at 4 seconds. And it's Dinwiddie shooting over Harden, and a rebound for Norman Powell.
Difficult attempt there.
Good defensive possession for the Clippers.
And Norman Powell launches a 3 and misses it.
23 points a game.
How about that year for Norman Powell? A player who has been a little slept on, too much so, I would say, in his career. Lost ball by Dallas. Second turnover of the game. Harden leaves it for a trailing Chris Dunn, who throws it up for Zubats.
It's a nice.
Dinwiddie making his first start of the season tonight, and 24 games off the bench. He's averaged 8 points a game. Flipped up by Lively and a nice bounce. Certainly more to Derek Lively's game on the offensive end of the floor this year.
He'll show you, as long as his coach continues to allow him to grow.
Boy, we had one of his assistant coaches, Tyson Chandler, on center court. He gave us some great insight into Lively.
Here's Grimes on the move, and he's fouled. And that one is definitely
his questions, as Derek Lively II is. What he's trying to learn, how he's trying to learn it. And Tyson, I can't remember if he said the kind of player that Lively is and what drives him and how he wants to be great.
Well, you're certainly listening well if you're asking good questions.
Well, that's exactly right, Mark, and really are. They're very similar in personality.
Down the lane, Norman Powell. Grimes just tied it to the line. Amir Coffey has come into the game for the Clippers, and he missed the 3. Najee Marshall has gone into the game for the Mavs. He returns after missing 5 of the last 6 games. And a leaping leaner is no good for Dinwiddie. It's kept alive. Lively tipped it up. Dinwiddie grabbed it. Grimes shoots it. Short on a 3. Another tip by Dinwiddie, but this one right into the Clippers bench more this year. And anytime you ask a question to Kid about the things they're seeing out of Grimes this year, he always brings up his rebound.
Yeah.
And the fact that he rebounds well for a guard.
It's crucial. Everybody's got a rebound. You can't just leave it up to the bigs.
And when he's starting this year, he's up in the neighborhood of 5 boards per game. Got Dallas with the ball here and a chance to go in front. It's Dinwiddie looking to break down the defense and is able to bait the Clippers.
Well, that's what he does, too. He shoots those unorthodox shots a lot.
On the floor, Marshall's missed 5 of the last 6, only returning to play and scored 19 points, by the way, in the NBA Cup quarterfinal loss to the Thunder. Score inside, Zubac.
Really good both ways.
Yeah, he can do it.
If he keeps his field goal percentage over 60% this year, it would be the 5th straight season that he's done that. Long 2. Cue up the orchestra for some string music for Spencer Dinwiddie.
You knew the best way for the Mavs to play close to how they normally play was going to be a lot of action running through Spencer.
And here's Harden trying to draw a foul, lost it. Grimes finds Marshall, who certainly can initiate the offense, but he'll leave it for Dinwiddie. Amir Coffey extends defensively. Dinwiddie uses a screen by Lively to try to break down the defense. And Grimes, long 2 is on the money.
This Maverick squad.
9-2 Dallas run. They're up right now by 3, but it's a last season with Paul George in Los Angeles and Kawhi Leonard obviously a big part of the offense. Harden took a step back. He's at 22 points per game this season. He has had a much more assertive place in the flow of their offense, understandably so. Here's Grimes, faced by Norman Powell.
Jeff doesn't like any of that kind of stuff. Jeff Van Gundy.
And of course, Jeff Van Gundy, assistant coach now with the.
Oh yeah, Jeff. He's the best rebounder I've ever seen in my life.
When you're getting he's been on the line for 2, has 1 more, and for more on Grimes, here's Leslie McCaslin. Leslie.
Well, I talked to him in the locker room games ago, but he loves this opportunity. It's a good thing for them to get more minutes, to get to step up. He had a smile all over his face talking about getting to play tonight.
It's his 9th start of the year tonight. Here's Chris Dunn in the paint, no good. Gafford's in, claiming the rebound. In the 6 games that Luke has missed this year, Grimes has really picked up the slack. He's averaged almost 15 points per game in those contests. And there's Najee Marshall.
Going towards the basket, away from the basket.
If you look at the top 20 in the NBA in field goal percentage, 6 of those players are 6'7" or under. Yeah. And Marshall is one of those 6 players. He's 20th in the league in field goal percentage. Marshall is shooting about 55% from the floor this year. And here he is trying to break down the defense again. Low clock situation. Norman Powell going coast to coast after the rebound.
He'll creep you sometimes too and get.
Jazz on Monday night, their last game, that ended a 3-game losing streak. They'd lost to Minnesota, Houston, and Denver prior to that.
Those are 3 really good teams.
Step back threes missed by Dinwiddie. Amir Coffey on the leak out, and he got in behind Maxi Kleber, slams it home, and a timeout is called after the transition. Now he may play more minutes tonight than he has all year. 15 minutes so far this year for Gortman, who's on a 2-way contract, and the 21-year-old is in at point guard right now. Gafford will redo, and both shots rim out.
Abby taking him back towards the lane and drop stepping, creating that space. He bossed him in there.
Big body.
Yeah.
Since going to the JC and Gortman and Daniel Gafford, the group on the floor for the Mavs tonight. Still no Jaden Hardy. He's missed tonight. This is 2 weeks since 2 weeks ago tonight is when he sprained his right ankle in Washington. Percent this year on the free throw line. League average is the high 77s percentage-wise. Steal, P.J. Washington. And he finds Gortman, and Gortman looking for the fancy finish. Dallas crashing the offensive glass and headed to the line again. Couple times for Quentin Grimes, and then earning second chances with offensive rebounds. The Mavs are now at 10 and has made 4 of his last 5 threes.
I was wondering about that, Harp. Can he continue this trend of corner threes that he's knocking down? I love seeing it.
The more time you get, the easier it'll be. If you're out for you.
Kevin.
You try too hard almost. I'm sorry, Mark.
Yeah, Kevin Porter Jr.'s in the game right now. He finds Bamba for a corner 3. Washington there for the rebound. Mavs in front by 2. Playing the first of 4 straight at home. And the first time they played the Clippers since last year's scintillating 6-game series. But the Mavericks won 4 games to 2. Some unforgettable performances in games.
Nice grip on your right leg.
Klay Thompson with the basket. Amir Coffey with a 3. Had a really nice, averaging a career best 10 points per game this year for Amir Coffey in his 6th year for Minnesota. Omax finds Clay, a gamble by Coffey, and it leaves Clay open for a 3-ball. 54% in the last 3 games, 50% on threes in those games. Harden to the cutter. Oh, Gafford, meet me where you meet me. He turns away Mo Bamba on the block upstairs. And here's JC and Gortman, and there's a fancy finish.
That's game right there.
Yeah.
That's game.
21.
PJ is just taking away Harden's left.
Yep. And then the kick out goes to Porter, and he misses, but Harden chases down Washington, got the ball back, leads with his elbow, offensive foul.
Right call. He was just waiting on the ball to get to the officials, right?
Here's Gortman, another drive. Bamba has it poked away. Omax chasing. Amir Coffey, that is, has it. And now Harden, he's got time, puts up a long jumper, no good. And Gortman, a handoff to Klay Thompson. Mavericks up by 8 with a basket to start the second. Hold there by Gortman as Kevin Porter side, 14 on the shot clock. Bamba with a handoff to Kevin Porter Jr. and he was able to slip his way through. To them being better with Kawhi is that when Kawhi comes back, as Lively loosens up the defense for a Klay Thompson 3, the screen got him open. Coffey lost the ball. Gortman lost the ball. Klay there to pick it up. The key harp is Kawhi's got to come back and be healthy. Lively fouled by Mo Bamba, tripped to the free throw into the equation yesterday. He's on this trip to Dallas, and Memphis, but will not play on this current Clipper road. That could be the return.
He is, when healthy, such a...
How good can they be? Remember when they brought him back for games 2 and 3 of the playoffs last year, and Kawhi was not 100%.
And they shut him down.
Yeah, and you could...
In a high fashion without Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah.
They just aren't. They're just not good enough to do it.
Especially now that they don't have Paul George, for example. Right. It's just a different team.
Well, he's been gone.
Yeah.
So, you know, 3 games above 500, right? And they've done it with defense.
Yeah. They have one of the best coaches in the NBA.
Average go up by 10 points a game this year. He just went to the free throw line and made 2. Here's Washington shooting the 3 well tonight, but misses that one.
I think if he didn't give you that 24 this year, where they would be offensively. What are they
averaging almost 110 points a game.
Yeah. Offensively.
Amir Coffey just scored. 3-point lead for the Mavs. Klay Thompson a chance for 3. The old leads the NBA in made catch and shoot threes this year. Almost 3 a game. And he surpassed Derek White and Malik Beasley of the Celtics win on Sunday.
That had to be really good.
Oh, yeah, and then having those 2 big ones down the stretch in the 4th.
Porter trying to go into the body of the defender Marshall and draw a foul, came up short on the jumper.
They're calling that less and less.
Clay's pass off target. Washington goes into the backcourt barely. If you just keep it at 3 per quarter, which is what the first quarter was, Batum misses on a 3. Well, we turned it over 12 times tonight. That would be nice. Wow, Klay Thompson. Okay. The quick pull-up and then Lively scuffling after that rebound, but the Clippers come away with it.
The strength of Zubac to knock it out of his hands.
Zubac 4th in the league in rebounds this year, over 12 a game. Dallas doubles him in the post. He finds Dunn. Dunn didn't catch it really in a position to do anything with it, but Powell did.
I'll tell you what, Powell, you give him a look.
Over on the sideline that told him he was going to miss it, because he definitely turned around and let them know that he made it.
So a rolling Lively and under the defense and under the time with the Mavericks, the CEO is done. She gets her flowers, has Lively give that man his flowers for the block shot against Norman Powell. But Rick Welts has a resume that is unmatched, and joking was sent yesterday.
Yeah, going away, you just moving on to something bigger and better.
Yes.
In a lot of situations.
To another chapter. I think one thing that puts what Rick has done and how he's impacted organizations is, I look at what, even though he's 3 years removed from his time with the Golden State Warriors, the first class welcome back that the Warriors and the love they showed for the return of Klay Thompson in the game there in November. That tells you a lot about that organization, and a big culture builder in that organization is Rick Welch with his decade there as team president.
Well, and they won.
Begin, and I remember 1986 at Reunion Arena when Spud Webb in his hometown won the dunk contest.
Those were good times, man.
Those were good, fun times.
Oh! Reverse dunk!
String.
Weed eater.
Did you just say weed eater string?
Yes.
Interesting.
That's
very interesting.
That's a missed three by Nicholas Batum. That was an incredible pass by Marshall.
I thought the catch was equally.
The catch and finish are
Yeah.
A++2, man. Used to seeing those roll up. Our Mavericks defending with a 7-point lead and defending well. Here's P.J. Washington Jr. stumbles and fumbles and lost it out of bounds. A little more on Jones when the opportunity presents itself, but let's see what the Clippers put in play on the offensive end of the floor. They post up Zubac. They love to do it. Gafford battles, tipped out by Zubac off the miss, claimed by Grimes.
A little interference that time by Gafford.
Dinwiddie off the bounce, pocket pass to a rolling Daniel Gafford. It bounces out.
Two big bodies hanging back there.
Perimeter jumper for Norman Powell. Dinwiddie defended by Dunn. Holding, clock running, 3 to shoot. Marshall steps back for a long 3. Got it up on the rim, but Zubac again with a block out of Gafford.
Couple of empty possessions. Be nice for the Mavs to get that offensive momentum going back again.
Dunn. Offensive rebound falls for Harden. Coming back into the play, Powell. Timeout. Called by Dallas. Out of a timeout.
I'm excited about the changes to the All-Star format. I think they can even fine-tune that and make it even better.
Got Dinwiddie lobbing. Gafford. Trying to cram it home with the right hands.
Get an easier attempt.
The 3, Powell, no good. Love the call for Dallas out of a timeout to go for that, especially since they haven't been making threes. They do make that. Dinwiddie off the wrong leg. Move
to make any noise right now.
And think about it, Hart. We're down Kai and Luka.
Harden on the dance floor now. Again, they don't want to give him the left. He goes with the rights. As he goes here for a pair.
TXU Energy.
This will be their 8th, and they've made all of them. Lead for the Mavs with 4 minutes left of the first half. Here's Kleba screening. Dinwiddie on the bounce, looking for Gafford, rolling down the lane, finds Marshall, and he's going to attack, and he's going to have an open path to attack after he beat the close.
Good job not settling, too, and just firing from the corner.
Grimes defending. Powell got down the lane. Wait for the Mavericks with 10. Harden now has 10. Screen and roll involving Grimes and Gafford. Over to Marshall. A lot of possessions getting deep in the shot clock, as this one is about to do. Gafford making his way through traffic. Misses.
Jerry Jones Jr. stays involved defensively.
Hesitation here by Harden, and it's a goaltend. Here's a pull-up 3 by Dinwiddie, way off. And now Kleba trying to battle after the loop. Going into play tonight, there are 11 road games, the second fewest of any team in the Western Conference. Only San Antonio has played fewer road games in the West than the Clippers.
I think the Clippers are hard to play against.
Good defensive team.
Yes.
And physical.
Washington attacking. I mean, look at how many possessions where it feels like the Mavericks have the clock on their back here in the first half of the game. Another one unfolding before our eyes. Grimes, though, able to do something about it. Jones, who just got a touch, averaging 10 points per game this year. It's Harden once again. Dinwiddie Forcing him right. He finally switched back to the left and missed that runner in the paint. Dinwiddie, wow, what a play by Powell, looking for the pass up ahead to Klay Thompson. Harden will shoot an open three in transition. And now Washington over Harden, leaves it short. Zubac grabs a rebound, a deflection by Dallas, but the Clippers keep the ball and have a chance to go in front. Nice move by Jones, and it's Derek Jones.
Jr. is.
Run a lot of action with Lively out front tonight, and the Clippers doing well to deny those dribble handoffs. They finally got something cooking here. A three-point try. That is a way to fire up the burners for the offense. Short-lived lead for the Clippers. Just had it for one possession. Finally, the Mavericks with a drought buster. They'd missed their first 7 3-pointers here in the second quarter. Dunn hesitates, finds Jones, and those are friendly rims in this barn.
Familiar.
He knows it. He knows that shooting backdrop.
That was well said.
Shot a career best on threes last year with the Mavericks, and the numbers jumped to almost 42% with the Clippers this year. Buzzer beater for Dinwiddie, got it away but missed it on the drive and layup attempt.